After interviewing top LinkedIn experts like Justin Welsh and Adam Franklin, I've found a 3-part system that actually works. This video is going to be divided into 3 sections. We'll first talk about the common misconceptions around LinkedIn and the content strategy that works. We'll then talk about how to build a brand foundation that actually moves the needle in your business. And the third section will talk you through a practical framework and action steps that you can implement to grow your LinkedIn presence, build your authority, and land high-value clients. Section 1. The common misconceptions around LinkedIn and a content strategy that actually works. I've seen some pretty toxic approaches on LinkedIn that frankly just annoy people and they don't work at all. You know those bro marketers that are constantly pitching you in the DMs and telling you how they've discovered the latest algorithm hack? Oof, what a load of rubbish. Justin Welsh, on the other hand, shared something that was interesting, and I'll link to the full conversation in my YouTube description below. But here's what Justin told me about his approach.
All these just worthless platitudes and cliches that we've heard 1,000 times over. Whereas if you go and read my content, generally I will teach you how to do something pretty tactical in a matter of 2 minutes. So you can read my stuff and then you can apply my stuff and you can fix a problem that you otherwise had been unable to fix. If you mix relatability with solving your audience's biggest problems, it's really hard not to grow a following. But people are so interested in cliches, platitudes, tear-jerking stories. You got to solve people's problems at some point in time.
So instead of posting vague, inspiration-based platitudes, post specific applicable solutions that solve real problems that people want to solve. That's what builds trust on LinkedIn. By the way, if we haven't already met, I'm Ash. I did my CPA in 1997, and then I did my MBA from the Australian Graduate School of Management in 2004, and I got a distinction average. These days, I love helping service-based entrepreneurs to grow their business and their brand using digital marketing strategies that actually work. So the challenge that I see on LinkedIn is that people are using platitudes a lot, but they're not trying to figure out what problems are worth solving and going ahead and solving those problems. They get caught up in trying to sound professional and make it all about them instead of making it all about the audience, the customer, and solving a problem, as Justin explained in that little snippet you watched before. Definitely check out the full conversation, which I'll link to in the description. It is an absolute masterclass on how to use LinkedIn. Here's a content strategy that builds authority and wins your clients. It's a problem, solution, result format. Company X was struggling with this specific problem. We implemented this specific solution, and the result they achieved was this specific result. That's a case study format, and it demonstrates your expertise, positioning your client as the hero and you as the guide on that journey. When you approach LinkedIn with this problem, solution, transformation approach, you develop a brand identity around being a problem solver, and your content style becomes a part of your brand. Justin Welsh's content is known for being tactical and succinct, and that's what he's known for. And personally, I've found that approach to be very effective when it comes to attracting and winning high quality clients who really want to take action and are willing to implement the strategies you recommend to them. Okay, section 2, building a brand foundation that really moves the needle in your business and wins you long-term clients. Most people think branding is about the visual elements, the logo and the font and the colors. And sure, that's part of it, but that's only the surface. I once heard a very successful entrepreneur say, your brand is what people say about you or your business when you're not in the room. Building a real brand on LinkedIn starts with clarity about who you serve, what problem you solve, and how elegantly you deliver that solution. Your LinkedIn profile is the front door to your brand and your business. When someone lands on your profile, they're making quick decisions about relevance. A headline that says sales manager at XYZ company doesn't communicate the value you deliver or the problem you solve. But a headline that says I help SaaS companies increase their average tenure of their customers, that immediately positions you as a clear problem solver that delivers a specific solution, in this case about recurring income and maximizing tenure and customer lifetime value. Make your LinkedIn profile customer facing. Make your LinkedIn profile a solution to a problem you know your target market wants to solve. Don't see your LinkedIn profile as a resume where you talk about your skills, because the truth is our prospects don't really care about our skills. They just care about the problem that our skills can potentially solve. Here's how Adam Franklin explained it on our YouTube channel, and I'll link to that full conversation in the YouTube description below as well.
So
Absolutely.
rather than talk about how wonderful I am as like a resume, we want to talk about the client and the outcomes that you can help clients achieve. I like to include a very clear description of an ideal client. The language I use on my About section is specifically, I help businesses that have 1 to 2 owners who work with high value clients. The reason I do that is because when people come to that, they can self-identify or not. So I like to have a pretty clear description of your ideal client.
So your brand and your LinkedIn profile should answer one question immediately. And that question is, how might this person help me or somebody I know right now? If that is not clear within seconds, people move on. Okay, now on to section 3. This is a practical framework with action steps that help you land the plane and attract high quality clients over time. Once you've got your profile right, you've made it customer facing and you've made it very problem and solution focused, the next step is to figure out how to win trust from people and build clients over time. Notice I mentioned over time. This is not about bro marketing. This is not about pitching and expecting to land the client overnight. It doesn't work. And this is where most people seem to get LinkedIn wrong. They treat it like a pitching platform. But the people getting results are using a completely different approach. They are forming genuine connections and trying to meet the person that they're trying to connect with where they are on their journey. Personally, I've found sending direct customized connection requests really work better than in-mails, because in-mails are seen as sponsored and paid for outreach mechanisms. That said, in-mails can be useful when you're trying to connect with a third level connection. But generally, if I can, I try and reach out to the person via a direct message or get introduced to them by a mutual contact. The second step is keep your customized connection request simple and authentic. When you do reach out to connect with them, talk about something you noticed on their profile that is genuinely interesting to you, and take a leaf out of Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and offer them a genuine compliment and be specific about what you like, about what they're doing or their LinkedIn profile. Now you need to be genuine, and this does need to be specific, because people can see through fake and insipid approaches. The third step is don't pitch or even hint at pitching. Just look to genuinely connect with them and offer value, after which you wait for them to respond. And don't follow up for at least a couple of weeks, because people often wait to see if you follow up with another pitch, and that just makes you look desperate. Here's a bonus tip. If you have the option, do consider sending them a voice message or even a video message, because that adds a different dimension and gives them a deeper sense of who you are. But keep your message to 30 seconds or less. Here's how Adam Franklin approaches it with his 5-step connection system. Connect, start a conversation, gauge the client's interest, get them to raise their hand, and then if they are interested, ask them if they would like to book a call. Okay, here are 3 action steps for you to implement whenever you're ready. Action step number 1, fix your headline on your LinkedIn profile. Change it from your job title to how you help your ideal customer. For example, change your title from marketing manager to I help B2B customers attract high quality clients. Action step number 2, create a LinkedIn post where you talk about how you helped a client define a specific problem, implement a specific solution, and the transformation or the result the client experienced as a result of working with you. Find 5 ideal clients and send them a non-pitchy connection request, which is focused on them and how you can offer value to them and make it all about them and not about you. Track what happens. You'll be surprised with the response rate. Let me know in the comments below who your ideal client is and what message you're going to send them on LinkedIn. And within the next 48 hours, I'll respond to every message. Feel free to ask me any questions you have in the comments below. Now, if you watch this video, you will definitely want to check out the full conversation I had with Justin Welsh, which is right here. And that is an absolute masterclass on how to build an entire LinkedIn funnel that helps you to attract high quality clients, and that helped Justin build an $8 million business with a 90+% profit margin. Definitely check out that video with Justin. Also check out my conversation with Adam Franklin, which I'll link to in the description, and check out this playlist, which helps you to attract great quality clients using LinkedIn and other social media strategies. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do consider subscribing, and do share this video with somebody else who you think might benefit, because every share and every view and every comment goes a long way towards getting this information out to more people who need it. So thank you for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.